Well, it has been difficult. I noticed all the way back to Oasis barely broke America. You know, I mean, to this day, which is odd. You know, because they're really quite good. And Primal Scream, I tried to get over several times. I mean, the record before this last one was just one of the greatest records in 10 years. You know, it's an odd thing. I don't know. It's just a matter of playing. I mean, the old rules still apply when it comes to this stuff. Try and play and play and play somehow. It's just a matter of being able to afford it now. You know, you can't get into the sort of car and drive around town to town with bands that, you know, are a little bit used to some success in their hometown. So it becomes hard to play enough to reach the people. And we don't have the venues. You know, we don't have the infrastructure is no longer in place, to be perfectly honest, okay? We had an infrastructure for 30 years, created by a guy named Frank Barcelona, okay? Who's now retired, unfortunately. And he had put all the promoters in place. He was the godfather of the entire live business, okay? He broke The Who, he broke Jimi Hendrix and Springsteen and U2 and everybody who batters, pretty much, you know. And he did it by owning the promoters and saying to them, you're going to lose money for 2 years, you're going to break even for 2 years, and then you're going to make a lot of money for the next 10. That's how he did it, you know? And that infrastructure lasted for 30 years until finally he retired, and then the national promoters took over. Of course, national promoters means nobody wants to lose money. So you don't have that long-term thinking anymore, you know? So that's part of the problem. You know, and you don't have the TV shows to break them. You know, we got early morning if you can get on there, which doesn't sell very many records, or late night if you can get on there, which doesn't sell very many records. Saturday Night Live maybe will sell some records if you can get on there. That's like 13 shows a year. You know, so there's no. It's hard, man. It's hard, and then depending on what kind of music it is, there's probably, you know, there may not be a format for you. I mean, we've signed 4 fantastic British bands. Len Price 3, Stabilizers, The Contrast, the Jarvis Humby, and you know, we've provided at least an outlet for their music, you know, on radio, because it's our kind of music, you know. We played Arctic Monkeys a little bit, but they're not quite our thing. They're not quite up our main, you know, garage rock thing. They have a little bit more of the dance, you know, sort of, you know, modern, whatever that is, indie alternative thing. But they're cool, you know. But we're the only ones playing on my Underground Garage show. We're the only ones playing the Kaiser Chiefs. We're the only ones playing the Pigeon Detectives. You know, these people are great. They're great. You know, I begged Primal Scream to come over. I had a whole tour for them. Their agent talked me out of it. They said they can't do 20 shows. I'm like, come on, man. Yeah, we do 20 shows a month. I mean, Primal Scream could be the biggest band in the world. They're fantastic when they make rock records once every 10 years. But man, they're great. They can't tour because he's a drug addict or whatever he is. You know? Yeah, I don't have patience for it. I don't have patience. Yeah, I'm like, all right, I'll be a drug addict. Go be a drug addict. Yeah, don't waste my time. But it's hard, man. It's hard. I feel for you because I've noticed that it's been really hard for British bands to break through. I mean, Kaiser Chiefs sold 3 million in England. 3 million. We're the only ones playing them. Yeah. So I don't know. I honestly don't know. I mean, I just think it's an in-between sort of genre. You know, there's not quite enough radio support or whatever for those. Not quite breaking into the top 40. So you're kind of in between things. It's very hard these days to break anything. So yeah.